Hi everybody. So I'm here to talk to you today about moms and babies and oils. And no, I don't have a baby right now, and I won't ever be pregnant again, but I really wish I had known about essential oils when Jacob was younger. He will always be my baby, but we use oils on him now, and some of the oils actually that we talk about today, I use myself, and I still use them with my son even though he's a teenager. So even if you're not pregnant and your babies are all grown up, it doesn't matter. We know they are always our babies. And Young Living has been around Jacob's whole life and beyond. It's a company that's been in business over 20 years, and one of the reasons that I trust them. So let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? So one of the first things that a lot of expecting moms experience is nausea. So one of the things that can help with that is this stuff. It's called Pure Protein Complete, and it is a protein shake basically that you can amp up several different ways if you are interested, but it has a lot of protein and amino acids and things that are good for mom and the baby in utero. So it has two flavors. The one I just showed you is vanilla spice. It tastes kind of like chai tea. It's delicious, and I'm not even a shake person, but there's also a rich chocolate flavor as well that we will order once we finish this bag. Another thing that can help with digestion and upset tummies is this guy right here, ginger, because I know a lot of my mom friends who just had their babies had to find the right kind of ginger ale with sufficient ginger in it. You can go straight to the source, folks. So Ginger Vitality is something that you can add to water or in a capsule. Another thing that might be better than ginger ale is ginger beer. No, it's not beer, but it will have legitimate ginger in it to help settle your stomach. All right, so that's something to consider. Let's talk about stretch marks. I don't have them on my stomach from pregnancy, but I do have them on my hips because my butt grew, and on, my tatas because they grew. So one of the things that you might want to consider taking care of if you aren't already is that expanding baby bump. And those of us who already have stretch marks, this won't hurt us either because we could apply it to help. But we definitely want to take care of our skin's elasticity. So there's a body butter that you can make that uses shea butter, coconut oil, and almond oil, and these two babies. Lavender, y'all know I still haven't gotten this down. Lavender and frankincense, baby Jesus oil for your baby. So mixing those together and letting them cool. But a lot of people just have a blender that they use to do their own DIY lotions. But that would be a really good body butter to make to help with the tummy. Let's talk about sleep, because that's going to be important on more than one level. I remember very little about pregnancy, but I remember my first trimester, I was exhausted because that's the time when the baby's growing the most, and it takes a big chunk out of your energy level because, your body is creating another body. So having a bedtime routine is really important, but you need to relax and get that restful sleep while you can, because by the third trimester, that little baby is just kicking and moving inside of you, and then that little baby comes out and is kicking and screaming at all hours of the night. At least y'all have this. You have the internet, so you don't have to feel alone at 2 o'clock in the morning, because I felt like I was the only one in the world who was awake. But this, I still use all the time. My Tranquil roller. I put it on the bottoms of my feet every night, but you can roll it onto your neck before you go to sleep, or your shoulders. It's already got a rolling application on the top. So good on your neck and shoulders to apply a unwind after a busy day, maybe if you're going home and taking that nap every afternoon like I was. Or my personal favorite, Peace and Calming. You put that on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed to calm and comfort. Or you can put that one in your diffuser because it smells fabulous. So sometimes we get a little moody, and that's not just those of us who are pregnant, because hormones are a part of our lives, period. But some of the best mood boosters are citrus oils. So just breathing these in aromatically can help promote a sense of well-being and happiness. So a really good diffuser blend has tangerine and grapefruit, which I really like in my water, and lemon, which I also like in my water because it is a detoxifier. And where'd he go? Bergamot. I didn't know bergamot was a citrus, but I have always liked the scent of it, and so that made a lot more sense when I put things in context. You can also do a roll-on blend instead of diffusing. Remember, this guy was a roll-on. He's got that little roller on the top. You can make your own. You can make one that has joy in it with the grapefruit and the bergamot. Notice all those labels are similar in color, so they're going to be a good buddy system. So that would be a good roller for a happy mama, because we definitely want to be happy while we are preggers and after. So staying active during pregnancy or in general, I haven't worked out in a week, don't judge, becomes increasingly difficult as the baby continues to grow. I don't know what excuse I have. My schedule isn't consistent. So an Epsom salt bath with frankincense and copaiba is a really good one to do. Here's Frank. We just looked at him. These two. Here I go with my sound effects. Where is Lori when I need her? She always comments on my sound effects. Y'all, this is backwards and I just can't even do it. See? Frank and copaiba. Those can help cope with muscle tension and relax the body. And you can also do a roll-on blend with these two that I already mentioned and Idaho Balsam Fir. It's green. It kind of looks like Christmas. But those together are good for tired muscles after walking around with that extra baby weight all day. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for joining me. All right, prepared mama. Let's talk about the diaper bag. You can never have enough stuff in the diaper bag. And I found over the years, as much as I try to have a smaller handbag, I still feel like I have to carry everything except the kitchen sink for my child. So 2 things that I now carry with me are Thieves Waterless Hand Purifier and Thieves Spray. I really like having this one for my classroom doorknobs, but if you're going to the grocery store, this is great to get the cooties off of your grocery cart. And this to use instead of those hand soaps that are in all the bathrooms we use. But those will clean up any messy situation. There are also wipes. I didn't bring those over here with me, but they're really handy. They're in a little bitty container, so they would fit perfectly in there. But all these are infused with the powerful properties of Thieves, which is known for its immune boosting. And Thieves oil, of course, is great for quick on-the-go cleansing. So some gift ideas if you are not a mom yourself, but you know people who are going to be moms. I know I have a future sister-in-law who's expecting, and y'all, I may not have little kids anymore, but I just love being around little kids. Ask my friend Victoria. Her daughter runs into my arms when I see her after school. She's 4. I love littles. Anyway, so good ideas for gifts. Gentle Baby. We diffuse this one. It actually smells a little bit like a baby. So if you miss that scent, this is a great one that's calming to diffuse at night. Some other things, that Thieves Waterless Hand Purifier that I already told you about. There is a diaper rash cream called Tender Tush that I don't have on hand to show you, but it will be in the images that I share with you a little bit later. And any of the Kid Sense products. There's actually a whole set of Kid Sense. These are Genius and Owie. I use Owie all the time. I put a roller top on it because I am the accident-prone one in the house. So we have 2 sets of the Kid Sense line because we use them so much. But those are just some things to keep in mind if you want to spoil a mama in time for Mother's Day. So dilutions when you are dealing with extremely littles. For a newborn, you would have 1 drop of essential oil for every 10 milliliters of carrier oil. So this right here is a 10 milliliter bottle. It would be 1 drop of essential oil to 10 drops of carrier. So that could be fractionated coconut oil because that's the liquid version, almond oil. Young Living has a B6 vegetable oil complex you could try. For 2 to 6 months, it's going to be 1 to 2 drops in this size. For 6 to 12, you go 1 to 3 drops, and for 1 to 4 years, 4 to 8 drops in a 10 milliliter container. So those are just important to keep on hand because you can underdo and add more, but you don't want to overdo essential oils with little bitties. So I think it took Jacob about 6 weeks before he started sleeping for good chunks of time. I know a lot of moms wait longer than that to get to sleep through the night. I was fortunate. I hope that all of my friends will be fortunate as well. But if not, a couple of things that you can use to your advantage, because we want everybody to experience restful sleep, even the newborn. So applying lavender to the mother's skin actually can create relaxing snuggle time for your little. And if you put a roller ball with 1 drop of this in your 10 milliliters of carrier oil, that's great to apply to baby's feet at bedtime. But Young Living also has this handy dandy guy called Sleepy Eyes, which is already slightly diluted. So you could do 1 to 3 drops of this in your 10 milliliter bottle and roll that on the bottom of baby's feet at night. I know my sister-in-law uses lavender on my nieces before they go to sleep as part of their routine each night. So if you have a crying baby, which we have all experienced at some point, peace and calming, going back to my favorite here, in their bath water will help comfort baby. And moms, stress away. You need this to massage on your shoulders and your neck after a trying day of baby crying or teenager complaining or whatever age your kids are at. I'm telling you, these are not specific to infants. They are good for all the people. If you have a baby who is struggling with tummy troubles, because I know they get indigestion and we discover what some of their allergies are the hard way, back to ginger, right? We talked about how that 1 drop of this with Tummy Jize, which is another one in the Kinsense line, and this is another one for our big kids. We put a roller top on and we just rub it directly on our tummies when they are upset. But this is supposed to quiet grumbly, tumbly, you know, there's a rumbly in my tumbly, Winnie the Pooh situations. And ginger is a part of this and could be a great addition to a happy tummy roller ball. So just keep those dilutions in mind if you want to have a happy baby with a happy tummy. So cleanliness is important on babies because their skin is very sensitive. And if you didn't watch my video unboxing my ER yesterday, check out that seedlings line because that is all formulated to be kind and gentle to our baby's delicate skin. So cleaning and moisturizing is an important part of keeping their skin healthy. So a couple of things we can do. Gosh, y'all, lavender is part of all of these. Lavender can be added to body butter to soothe and moisturize baby skin after a bath. And then Melrose has powerful cleansing properties that can support the appearance of baby skin. So Melrose was one I didn't know about as being good for our littles. Next up is diffusing. I have a diffuser going over there that you can't see. But diffusers, if you have a good one, is going to disperse millions of microparticles into the air, releasing the constituents found in those essential oils, which is why diffusing is an essential way to support your baby's wellness. So Sniffles, also in the Kinsense line, is a great one, and so is Myrtle, which I only have from the Oils of the Bible kit. Both of these promote a rejuvenating and refreshing atmosphere in the nursery. So that's going to help baby breathe easy, and it's also going to help with some of the scents that come along with having a nursery. So if your baby is somehow uncomfortable from loss of sleep, it's hard on everybody with teething. One of my friends at work has a baby who has teeth coming in, and so one of the oils that is used for that is Copaiba, which we had out earlier. This can be used on teething gums because it basically numbs them, so you can massage it on baby's gums with your finger. So make sure you've got 1 drop of this or our frankincense from earlier, either one of those, with a tablespoon of coconut oil. Just mix those together in a glass container and do a small dab on their gums while they're teething, and that will help comfort them. So Diaper rash has always been a thing. I found out, we were talking about allergies earlier, I found out on the back end, literally, that Jacob was allergic to raisins, and he loved raisins. But he had a lot of irritation in his diaper due to that. So I wish I had Kid Sense Tender Tush to help him with that. But there's also a new diaper cream, this one. Diaper rash cream in the Seedlings line that can moisturize and nourish that dry, chapped skin, which will soothe and protect that little baby bum. So I don't have Tender Tush, but I can show you the Seedlings line for soothing baby's bum. And then one of the things I wish I could go back and do differently is what I cleaned my house with when Jacob was a baby, when he was all over the floor, scooting around and all those things. I wish I'd had these household cleaner. Because now I can let him use this in his bathroom, and I'm not worried about him inhaling fumes. I'm not worried about how this touching his skin is going to create some kind of reaction. So I can rest easy now knowing that that will clean up a messy situation without toxic chemicals. Also, I had a diaper genie. Do you know they make those for cat litter now? Anyway, purification on a cotton ball can help eliminate those unpleasant odors in the diaper pail or wherever. In the laundry, you can put that on your dryer balls instead of using dryer sheets, and that's also going to be something else less toxic for your baby or teenage boy who runs cross country and has smelly shoes. So those are all the little tips and tricks I have for a healthy baby and a safe mama, and making good choices for whoever the littles are in your life. Like I said, I've got nieces and nephews and more on the way. And so I may not have a technical little person because mine's a foot taller than I am, but a lot of these tips and tricks we still use in our household, even though everybody is, all grown up. So I hope these are helpful. You know where to find me if you have any questions. Have a good night.